Today I'll be making salmon fillet with some green beans and yellow rice on the sides. So first off, we're going to take our salmon and we're going to put it onto a plate so we can season it. Make sure everything is clean and sanitized before you start. So take our salmon and place it on the plate. Now we're going to take our salt and pepper and we're going to season both sides. And you're also going to take some olive oil and you're going to season both sides as well. And while you're doing this, you can also heat up the pan or the skillet so you can start. You're going to flip it over and you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Alright, we're done with the olive oil. And now we'll season both sides. Alright. After you have your salmon seasoned, you're going to turn your burner on your skillet and let that sit and wait for the vegetable oil that you put on the skillet to get hot. And while that's going, what you want to do is you want to put your oven on and preheat it to 400 degrees. All right, and then we're going to wait for that. And while that's heating up and getting ready, what you can do is you can get your yellow rice, any type of rice that you want, and you're going to get a big pan, or a big pot, sorry, and you're going to fill it up with 2.5 cups of water, depending on what size you get. So with the yellow rice that I have right here, it asks for 2.5 cups. So I'm gonna fill up my pot with 2.5 cups and wait for that to boil, and then I can put my rice in a minute. I'm doing this now because the rice usually takes a little while for it to go, and then I'll do the green beans last because all they have to do is just heat up. So now that our skillet is ready to go, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our salmon with tongs. Since this one is the skinless, we're going to put it on its side for about 2 minutes, and we're going to flip it over on its other side for about 2 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and put this on the skillet. Alright, and we're just going to let that sit for about 2 minutes. Also, if you want to use any sauce you want, I prefer using a little bit of sweet chili sauce. It doesn't matter. You can get whatever brand you want, but I preferably like having a little bit of tangy sauce on my salmon when I eat it. So our alarm just came off, so what we're going to take is we're going to take a metal spatula and we're going to flip this on its side, or on the other side, and there we go. Yeah, so we're going to let that sit for about 2 minutes, and then we will go from there. So now that our water is boiled, while we wait on that, we're going to put this package of rice into this bowl. Also, I recommend putting about 2 tablespoons of oil, or vegetable oil, or olive oil into your pot when you do your rice. So now that our 2-minute timer's on, what you're going to do is you're going to take your skillet and you're going to put it into your oven. The oven is already preheated. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you have a little handle, because I just burnt my hand off when I grabbed it. And you're going to place this into your oven, just like that. And you're going to let that sit for about 2 minutes. While that's in the oven, what you're going to do is you're going to take a little spoon and you're going to stir up your rice and let that sit for about a minute, and then you're going to place a topper on top to put the heat in. And yeah. Also, while that's going, what you can do is you can set up your next burner for your green beans, because these won't take long at all, and let that. So now that our timer's done, what we're going to do is we're going to take our skillet out of the oven. Make sure you have your handle or you'll burn your hand off. I'll put that right on there, and we'll take this out. And what we're going to do is we're going to let this sit on a... So now that our timer just went off, what we're going to do is we're going to grab our skillet. Make sure you have your handle or you'll burn your hand off. We're going to place this right on there, and make sure you have a spot where you can put this skillet, and you're going to let this sit for about 10 to 12 minutes. Yep, and you're going to let it sit there, and we'll move on to our rice and green beans. Also, make sure you turn your oven off. Our green beans are cooking, and our rice has finished, and we'll just wait for our salmon to come to a cool, and we'll put it on a plate. Also, make sure you're being very careful because you could easily cut yourself with the smallest things possible. And there you guys go. So we have our salmon with rice and green beans with just a glass of water. And there it is. Remember, you can get all of this stuff from your local grocery store. I got this at Publix with the Salmon Select, canned green beans, and some regular yellow rice. What I like to do is I like to get a bigger thing of rice and green beans, so I have some extra that I can store in for later days. And also, I'm not going to eat the whole thing of salmon, so what I'll do is I'll just plan ahead and get meals ready for the next days. My name's Dylan Williamson. Thank you.